They've got two good guys, obviously, but they can't pay them both. Swayman's up. He's going to get paid. And it's useless having two guys making the money they're making now. Never mind. It's about to get doubled on Swayman's end. Like, forget about it. So something's got to give. It's Linus Ullmark that's got to give, except he's got a no-trade clause that includes half the league. They tried to trade him last deadline, reportedly to the Kings, and he turned it down. And it's his right, and these are rights that the players have negotiated and collectively bargained and earned over time. So I don't want to, I'm all for player rights, player empowerment, but this one just kind of bugs me. Like, his mindset, I think, is an insight into it. And it's, why is he staying? Because it's his best chance to win a Stanley Cup? Or because it's where he gets to, feature his craft more than any else? Or is it because he's comfortable here and he likes the soccer coach? And his kids are in preschool. This was yesterday, their getaway day. He was asked a follow-up question on this. Jimmy, it's number 3, his desire to stay, more on the personal side.
I would say it's more on the personal side, that we felt that ever since we came to Boston, we've been embraced by not only the city and, but the team and the people that works throughout the organization. Like, everybody has been so nice and very caring, lovable. And we felt that ever since our day one. And that makes you feel at home. That makes you want to stay there. And when you have that good thing behind you, you don't want to move just because you have to move or something. You want to stay, and that's just how it comes down to. It doesn't really matter how it goes on the ice. If you're feeling that your life is taken care of off the side, and that your family's well and they're thriving and they're enjoying their time in school and with their friends and whatever, you don't want to, uproot them just because, I don't think that goes to anyone that has kids and families. That doesn't matter what kind of a job you have. If you feel that, I'm very comfortable, I like it here, you don't really want to move at that point.
Okay, it's like, this just sort of bothers me a little bit.
I understand.
It's like, dude, you're a professional athlete. It comes with the territory. I don't know what it's like in Sweden. I mean, maybe in the Swedish Elite League, guys don't get traded. Is there free agency in Sweden? A draft? I don't know. I don't know the thing about it. Is the country so compact that you can live in the same city and play wherever? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know.
It's not a very big country.
But for Pete's sake, maybe that's it. Maybe the Swedes just aren't used to moving. But, here, if you're a professional athlete or coach or scout or involved with any of this world, your ass is on the move constantly. It comes with the territory. Your kids, odds are not going to be able to go K through 12, Linus. It just doesn't exist. And it's like, but that's why he wants to stay, because the team is nice. They're caring. Family, school, friends, that's all settled. Anyone who has a family can get, yeah. Anyone who has a family gets that. But did I mention you're a pro athlete? It's just not the way that works. And not many pro athletes. I mean, I don't know. I'm an a-hole. I admit it. I'm a bad person. But I want my pro athlete wired thusly. They don't think I'm any good. They don't want me. F you, kids. Pack your bags. You'll be just fine in LA. Let's go. I want to shove it up their ass. That's what I want from my athlete.
Of course.
We'll figure it out, guys. We'll be fine. We've got a good life. There's good schools. I'll take care of you. But these guys don't want me, and I'm about to turn around and shove it. Shove it right down their throats. So, Linus, the team doesn't want you. You're not playing, but you want to stay because of your kids, friends in preschool. And you're not playing, but you're going to stay because of the preschool. All right. That's okay. I just can't compete. I don't think that the elite guys are wired that way.
Because they're not. And the other thing is, when you talk about the whole thing, if I were the Bruins, this is how I would sort of approach it with him. Dude, you're leaving Boston next year, whether you like it or not.
You only have a year.
Exactly.
You're going to be saying goodbye to all the friends coming up soon anyway.
Correct. So, to me,
what do you think? That's how does it just? I mean, I'm sorry. If he were better or had won cups, I'd give him a little more deference on that. The dude hasn't won a round, and the kids, friends, oh my God, they're kids. like they'll be fine. They'll live.
Not the awkward years yet.
I see what you're
We was like, I mean, I was moved when I was 16. Like, try that.
Yeah, but look what happened to you.
Cautionary tale. Linus, keep him in school. Don't move him. It's true. Fair point. But it's like every kid gets moved. Not every kid, but like in that world, you just
Sure, it
don't have
happens.
that luxury. But fine, if you collectively bargain it and it's your right and you've earned that right, I understand. Power to the people, man. Screw the man. I get it. But now I'm just talking about as a competitor. You're not playing. They don't want you. LA was a playoff team, right? They needed you. They wanted you. You could have been there. That could have been your team, but you didn't do it because you didn't want to take the kids out of third grade or what? Like, the guys that are wired and competitive say, pack your bags. We're going because dad's got to go win a cup somewhere else. Like, I don't know. That's the attitude I would want to have.
And you would think going in, again, he signed a 4-year contract to come here. He didn't sign a 40-year contract to come here. So I would like to think that part of me hopes that he rejected it at the trade deadline. I said hopes. He rejected it at the trade deadline because it's the middle of the year. It's a little bit more of an upheaval.
Oh, God. I'm not going to yell at you, but oh, God.
But that now he would be more amenable to it.
I have a chance. Team wants to make me a starter. I'm the guy. I'm the featured guy for a Stanley Cup playoff team. Yeah, but then I get my kids are going to be home, and what about soccer practice? Like, like, what do you want? Like, what do you really want? But it's Sweden. Maybe it's a Swedish thing. I mean, it's like kids today, millennials.
Isn't Lindholm a Swede too?
And it's the Swede, man. Sweden, like, don't like the Swedes get like don't they all get like a year off if they have a kid?
Something like that.
Like the not just the mom, but the dad and like all the extended family. Everyone can just take a year off. Someone had a kid. I think that's the way it works in Sweden. And it's second cousin, you get the year off in Sweden.
It's like Australia.
Your third cousin had a baby. Everyone just take off.
Take a holiday. They take like 4-month vacations.
Wait, there's no trades in the Swedish Elite League.
Seriously.
I'm also interested in this revenge story he keeps talking about. Like this thing, like, who are you taking out revenge on? What, here, feelings on the future, number one, Jimmy.
My future here, I got one more year. I'm very excited about what's to come. It's going to be, I'm going to start a heck of a summer. I'm very motivated, mixed in with some revenge, obviously, some inspiration as well, but most of all, excitement of what's to come. So, yeah, I felt that obviously everybody thinks about, for me personally, that was a year that I wasn't as good as I was prior. And for me, though, it's all about personal growth, and I learned a lot about myself in different aspects of the game and also how I am as a human being.
Okay, so what's the revenge thing?
I have no idea.
So, like, you got prove people wrong? Like, I don't think people were really on him. He just wasn't. He was a Vezina guy the year before. This year he fell off a little bit. I think more people look at it and say Swayman just emerged. Ullmark played the one playoff game. He was good. But Swayman just played better, and you can only play one guy in the playoffs, dummies. You realize that now. So that's the way that works. But what's this revenge? So revenge against who? Not his buddy Swayman. He says he loves the team.
He's talking about the Bruins?
Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
Revenge?
Who are we avenging, Linus?
It's very un-Swedish of him.
I was
too.
going to say, but the guy that wants to go to soccer practice.
No, it is. It's a highly developed country that is sort of like preaches the team concept,
But who are we avenging? What are we avenging?
It's about human development.
Aye. Can we find
This guy would never make it in talk radio.
he's got a 15-team no movement clause, right? 15?
I believe.
So that means he can be traded to 16 teams?
Yeah.
You're the 17th. There's 32. So can we just find one on that side of the aisle and enough with this?
He probably picked 15 teams that suck.
Well, so there's all sorts of great ways to do it. It's like you pick a team that, well, you leave exposed a team that has a good goalie. Like
Right.
The Rangers.
Or Tampa.
Or Tampa, right. You purposely leave Tampa off of it because with Vasilevsky or just Shurkin or a team with a good goalie, they were never going to trade for me. They don't need me or going to take on my salary. So I leave them exposed whether I want to go to them or not. Like through that, like if you just take teams with the top 10 goalies or goalies with big contracts, call it, That's sort of whether you want to go
You
there or
can
not.
wipe out half the league right out of the gate.
You can pretty much, like, a half league no movement clause can pretty much cover you. You know, if you're just strategic about the thing. And I guess he is. What's wrong with LA?
Nothing's wrong
He's
with
being
LA.
sent to Saskatchewan.
Well, it's a little farther away from Sweden.
And his soccer practice. I'm stuck on that. So, anyway, they got to figure that one out. Linus, it's only a year. You only got a year left with the kids' teachers anyway. And then you're going somewhere else.
Can you imagine if he rejects him again with 1 year to go, comes back, and he doesn't play and just sits on the bench because he wants to go to his kids'
Soccer practice.
I mean, in his defense, he was just talking about the off season now.
Is there anything worse than little kids' soccer practice?
No, it's the
It's the worst.
little kids' baseball.
Little kids' sports. Little kids' girl lacrosse. Try that.
Little kids' baseball's worse.
T-ball's tough.
Running around after the ball like this with the sticks. I've done it twice. Oh, my God. Anything to get me out of those practices.
Painful.
Oh, for Pete's sake. And he had a chance to start on a Stanley Cup team, and he turned it down because he wanted to go to the thing. Something tells me he's full of it, though. Dondero said it. He had the country club hat on the other with the little squirrel. Who's he kidding? He's not at girls' soccer practice.
The real reason he doesn't want to leave.
He's on the back nine.
That's right.
In Brookline.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.